everybody. Lisa here with Our Georgia Suburban Homestead with a pop-up live broadcast. Tonight we are celebrating freedom while trying to drive my membership number, or our membership numbers up. So please, if you come in, give us a thumbs up. Share the broadcast, see if you can interest any of your friends who are into any of the crazy things that we do here at the homestead, our backyard homestead. So let's see what we can do. I only need a few members to hit the 900 mark, but I'd like to aim at the 1,000. Let's see, where are we now with membership? As we begin, we're at 893. Let's see if we can get this over the 900 and closer to the 1,000 that the channel needs to start our successful roll. Who's here? Dark Lord. Good. Let's see who shows up. So here on Monday, we are a few days late with the possums that we rescued and rehabilitated this summer. They just to refresh your memory on what was happening. I keep saying I'm not going to rehab wildlife anymore because we'd like to travel and have a little time to do goofy things. And when you have sick animals that you're rehabilitating, you can't really go anywhere because you can't find a pet sitter to come who has your knowledge or is licensed to come and mess with the wildlife. So I've got one friend that'll watch a couple of animals for me if we have to take an emergency trip here or there. But it's not fair to ask her to take a whole slew of animals. And this summer we had possums coming out our ears here. I got an email, I think it was the beginning of July. Hi, are you the crazy possum lady? Veterinarian I know told them when they pulled over the side of the road and to look at a dead possum, and found 9 babies in her pouch. For those of you who don't know, possums are marsupials. It's the only marsupial in North America. And they've got a pouch on their belly where their nipples are and everything. And the babies, when they're born, are teeny tiny, hairless, and blind. And they crawl up and go into the pouch where they permanently attach themselves to a nipple. And there are only like 13 nipples inside there. So if she has more than 13 babies, right away you've called the herd. And they'll stay attached to that nipple for several weeks until they start growing hair. Their jaws are locked. They only have the opening just for the nipple. A lot of rehabbers, if a mother is killed at that point, won't take what's called a pinky that doesn't have hair yet because it's close to impossible to get them to survive. But these babies were old enough to have already detached part-time from the nipple, which means they could open their mouth a little bit. But we're just getting their hair. And so I get this email. Dr. So-and-so said that you're the crazy possum lady and you would take these babies, but they'd probably survive in your hands. And thank you, doctor, for the vote of confidence and for the new nickname. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Mike. Hey, Nanny Tam. What did you just want? Anyway, so she brought the possums to me. And they right away I could tell they were going to be okay. Their mother had been an extremely good mother. Possums are good mothers anyway. But they were fat, they were healthy. Basically, I put them in a cage. They gave them plenty of room to move around and fed them and watched them grow. I didn't handle them. And I knew I was being a success when I'd walk into the room they were in and they'd snarl and growl and spit and weave back and forth to threaten me if I happened to get too close. And that's the way you want it. You know, when you release them, that they're not going to approach any of your neighbors and ask for food or they're not going to be friendly, which is a total success story if you're rehabilitating a wild animal. Uh, we moved them out to acclimate to natural temperatures about a month ago and waited until they reached a certain size. And I contacted the veterinarian who had given me my new nickname, the crazy possum lady. And I said, "All right, I know you've got some land. Would you let us release on your land?" And she said, "Yes." Well, we were supposed to do it last week and couldn't hook up. And we're supposed to do it yesterday and couldn't get it in our schedules. But tonight, I will say last night I opened their cage and opened the door to the sunroom that they were staying in to allow those who wanted to leave and go out to the neighborhood to do so, and 3 did. Sometimes they'll come back because they know there's food, but they didn't return or haven't at least tonight yet. So I met her at her cow barn, and there's like 50 acres there. And at sunset tonight, we put a Rubbermaid box out filled with straw, put a full meal for them, put them in the box. I did make a video. Mike Chaotic Gardening asked us to film it, and we filmed it. I need to edit that, and I'll get that up online sometime in the next week or two, and you'll actually be able to watch us put the possums in the box. the the vet is going to keep an eye on them. If anything turns up injured, she'll treat it and then give it back to me, and we'll see if we can heal it. But as of tonight, we have 5 baby possums, more than big enough to be on their own. Hopefully by this time, it's been dark a couple of hours. Hopefully they're sniffing around and catching wild food, and they've overcome their absolute panic that they were in when we took them out of their familiar surroundings. So let's wish them well. Yay, babies, and celebrate their freedom because that's what it's all about, right? I do have 3 more that were just moved on to the sun into the sunroom to get used to temperatures. And they're going to be a little bit more of a challenge because I did have to handle them so much because they were sick, very, very sick when they came to me. And I think one of them is going to be non-releasable because her hips don't work right. And that's the risk you take when you do this. So we're happy. We had a really good summer of rehabilitating. We had the snake that we took for surgery, if you remember that video. We continue to catch snakes in the backyard, our friendly snakes, our black rat snakes. And hopefully by this time next month, we'll be possum free here. And I'm not going to say I'm not rescuing anymore because some will show up, okay? But I hope to be able to travel and not have it's a delightful burden, but it is a burden to have sick animals that you have to take care of and who are wild and who may bite, and usually they do bite. Hey, Gail. Welcome, Gail Southern Living. So anyway, so we're celebrating their freedom. And then this morning when I got up, I was 8 members shy of that 900 mark, which starts a countdown to 1,000. And the YouTube creators that are here with us tonight, Mike's Chaotic Gardening, The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish Chick, Gail Southern Living, will tell you that those first 1,000 subscribers is probably the first 100 is the hardest, but then you've got to get to that 1,000 mark, and that's what we're aiming at. I may do a few pop-up recruitment videos or live streams and see if we can get people sharing this. Everyone, give me a thumbs up if you will. Thumbs up help your ratings. And what's 442, Gail? Tuber chat. Hey, Tuber. we got a word up. So we're looking to surpass the 900 tonight, and aim toward that 1,000. And when we get to 1,000, I'm going to give some pretty exciting prizes away, or exciting to me. I'll give 3 prizes that hopefully people will lock in to take a part of. So how many in the chat here have shared me out? There's 10 people, but only 7 have given me a thumbs up. Come on, folks, thumbs up. Hey, Gail. Yeah, shared me out. Thank you, Gail. Rudy likes numbers. And thank you for Tuber Chat for sharing me on Reddit. I haven't done Reddit yet. In fact, I really need to learn which platforms I need to advertise on. So I'm doing this solo on YouTube, and occasionally I'll do a reel on Facebook. But me, what? Good. Thank you, Nanny. So the everyday, yes. Cool beans. If you hear me talking about the possums, Tuber Chat. If you all aren't familiar with Tuber Chat Connect and Grow, he does a real service for all of us who are aspiring YouTube creators. He goes live and he gets people to help each other by or doing watch hours, joining each other's channels. Super supportive. I pop into his lives whenever I'm free to do so, and I've got this whole list of creator names that I rotate through, going through all their videos. And what you do if you want watch hours, which is the next big goal after the 1,000 subscribers, is you play their master list. So I've got a whole page up here with links to people's channels, and I go in and I'll play the playlist, and then I'll get through all the people on my list, and then I start over and start playing their other playlists. So if any of you are in the mood to help me out that way with the watch hours, you don't have to actually watch the videos. You can turn the sound all the way down, not off, because if it goes off, YouTube knows that it's off, and they may not count the fact that you watch them, but turn it way down so it's barely audible to you, and just let them roll. Put them in the background, or your phone background, or your desktop, and that'll help whatever channel you're trying to help with their watch hours. And, Gail says she has not figured out Reddit. So Tuber Chat, can you tell us about Reddit and how to use it? Maybe, baby, would you like to come up on the screen with me? If you do, I'll try to figure out how to send you an invitation. I'm so new at this. I'm so bad at technology. You can turn the sound off on your computer and still let play on your YouTube. YouTube doesn't know if your computer sound is off, just the sound on the video. Very, very wise advice, Dark Lord. Thank you. So let's see. How do I put a shared screen so I can invite people in? I know I can go to this and invite, copy. Okay, I'm going to try this out and see if it works. I am going to put a link up top. If you would like to come, pop up on my screen. Click on this, and hopefully it will tell me that if you're there. Okay, I've pinned that to the top. And I've got to go back to StreamYard and figure out how to do this. Okay. Those of you who know StreamYard, how do I know when someone is ready to come on. Volume isn't a problem for Nanny says, volume isn't a problem for me. I rely a lot on lip reading. I'm hearing impaired. Lives have no subtitles. Nanny, I have hearing problems too, and I didn't realize how much I relied on lip reading until I put the mask on, and then all of a sudden I didn't understand anything around me. Uh, it was quite an education how bad my hearing actually was. So I can relate. Yeah, Dark Lord, I was sitting in on a live, I forget with who, and they didn't check out someone who wanted to pop in, and they put him up, and it was a man showing his privates, close up of his privates. That was traumatic, to say the least. So if you've been a member of my channel for a while, I'll recognize you, and you're more than welcome. Uh, and so far, no one's taken me up on it. You said I'll see them in my basement. How do I see my basement? We don't have a basement here. We're on a slab. Oh, you know what, Charlie? Would you go let the monster in? Everyone will probably want to see him. Y'all remember the kitten I brought home from work that was in the parking lot that I thought was going to get hit? So we came home, and I was all ready for Charlie to object. We don't need any more animals. We're trying to downsize on the cats. What do I do? Last December, I adopted Lulu, the biter scratcher in front of all the doors cat. Um, can't seem to house break her. And then just a few weeks ago, I guess about a month ago, this kitten that had to be 4 weeks old, 5 weeks old, showed up at the parking lot at Home Depot where I work, and was literally sitting where cars came around the corner real fast. I just knew he was going to be mashed. And I went out and got him and put him in my apron, and he worked the day with me. Look under my screen. Look under my screen. Are you there, Gail? I am not seeing anybody in anything looking like a basement. Look under my screen. Hmm. I see a bar that says mute, stop cam, settings, present, or present, invite, and leave studio. Should I be clicking on one of those things? Or am I just not seeing? Is he coming in? Maurice?
Oh, you want to see Maurice?
Yeah, Maurice. We started to name this kitten Homer because he's red, and the mascot at the Home Depot is Homer, and the orange color is our color. But I could never. I go to call him, and I couldn't get Homer to come out. Thank you, baby. Oh, okay. I wish I could hear him purr. Did your daddy bring you in, and now you don't want to be here? Come on. How's that for cutie? Isn't he something? He loves his daddy. I'm going to put him down. He's got to go sit with his daddy because his daddy wouldn't do it. There you go, baby. He'll come right to you probably. Yeah.
Go somewhere else.
He's going somewhere else?
Nope.
I wonder where he's running off to. So, Kitty. Yes, Mike. So what am I missing? Oh, there she is. Okay, Gail. Add to stage.
My battery's about to die on my phone, but I wanted to just test this out for you. I was like, you're gonna see me down there. I know you were looking for tuber chat, but I thought, well, I could test that for her real quick. I was in here cleaning my bathroom.
Oh, that's fun. One of my favorite things to do.
Of all the things to do at 8:40 at night, I want to clean my bathroom. But we just started going to this church about a month ago, and today they told me to go by the office, and they had a donation for my homeless ministry. So I thought, oh, they'll have a couple of bags of stuff. It filled up my whole trunk and half of my back seat. It took me hours. I had to lug it to the car, lug it out of the car into the house. Then I put it out all on the counter, took pictures, made a video, and then I started processing it and putting it where it goes. And I had to take all the toothpaste out because it's more bulky when it's in the box. So it took me several hours, but I mean, it's a huge blessing, but yeah, with the blessing came some work. So I had to work out. That's all the plans I had for Monday did not happen. After I got that, I was just busy with that all day until it was time to make dinner.
Super tense when things don't go according to plan. I do. It's like I have mapped out. This should happen this time. It comes from working as a journalist. I'm used to deadlines and meeting deadlines, whatever.
Yeah, I do get a little stressed out, and I was like, well, I could just do it tomorrow. What I was going to do is I started doing this weekly video about upcoming collabs. Well, I had wrote out everything I was going to say while I was having coffee this morning. I wrote out all the collabs I wanted to call out. And then I thought, oh, I'm going to get ready and I'm going to go do the donation thing, go get the donation that they're giving me. I worked on that all the way till about 4 o'clock. And I barely even, I think I had a yogurt. I mean, I hardly even ate. I was just so focused on trying to finish it because I didn't want my husband to come home and it'd be just like, a disaster. So I organized it into the area. Huh?
So Gail, why don't you tell us about, I know you have several channels. So could you kind of showcase your channels for us? Because you may have some people here.
I'm really only working on Gail Southern Living as my first channel and Broken Hearts Ministry as my second channel. I have a third channel, but I'm not working on it right now. After you hit that year point with a channel, it's hard to get it monetized, or at least I found it hard with another channel. So I try to focus on my main channel, but after I get most of my videos loaded, then I work on my other channel. And plus you can only monetize 2 channels per phone is what Joy from Smoky Mountain Blessed told me. So I was like, well, I only have one phone. So, and
you do all this on a phone?
What's that?
You do all this on a phone?
I mean, I don't do I do some work on my laptop, but I do 75% on my phone, maybe 60% on my phone, and just a little bit. I do my live streams and some of my going in and putting featured channels and stuff like that. I do that on my laptop. But so my sister passed away in October of 2022.
I remember that.
And we found out after she passed away that she had been homeless for about 2 years. Well, she is living in Colorado, and I had not speak to her for several years. And when she left, we basically were in a fight. So that's how it was left. And so that's, makes it heart-wrenching. But so anyway, we got the call, and she was carrying her stuff across the street, and a lady hit her. And Mom and I were very upset. Of course, my mom was even more upset than me because losing a child, I'm sure, is very difficult. And so we decided to start the homeless ministry. And we started that on Christmas Eve of 2022. And we've been doing that once a month ever since then. And so I started this channel to to talk about the ministry, show the donations. And I actually went out and did a interview with a homeless person. This was my first time to do that. We've been handing out, but we haven't been brave enough. We actually took pictures and did some video stuff this time. So I posted one of those on Broken Hearts Ministry today. And then I'm going to post another one on, I think, Wednesday.
I just got an idea, Gail, for a collaboration. You have your ministry for the homeless, and I guess you can call what Charlie and I do with refugees a ministry, because we help them when they come into the country acclimate. What would you think about a collaboration for people who have ministries that help people do a collab somehow for donations?
Yeah, that would be
donation. I don't know when we can get
other people. I watched a video the other day of a channel, and I'm trying to remember what the name of the channel was now because it's new to me. But it was in the homesteading community, and they do something with homeless people too. And I think Altruistic Homestead used to do it, but I don't think they're doing it anymore. So maybe they will again after they move, but they're currently not doing it. But she was going to talk to me about what the good parts are to having a nonprofit, paying for a nonprofit. So I'm considering doing that in January so that I can apply for grants. Plus, you get that tax exempt status thing. So
that would be nice. Paperwork. I helped establish a nonprofit for wildlife rescue. And it's a lot of paperwork that you've got to keep up with every year. And I just don't know if I really want all that paperwork, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it might be an idea if you want to put our heads together and figure out how to do it, and what to give a winner, and how to come up with a rating. I hate to rate nonprofits, you know, or ministries, but yeah, how do we do a healthy, competitive fundraising type of thing?
I have to wrap my head around that idea for a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm actually, I was in here and I was going to plug my phone in because it was dying, and I saw that you were live, and I went in, and then you were talking about somebody coming up. So you've never pulled anybody up before?
Yes, when I first started the channel, Indiana Backyard Garden, Adrian came on, and then Tiffany over at Canadian Family Life has been on. But for some reason, my my YouTube followers here that have been with me for the last year and a half that I've been in existence are shy.
Yeah.
But I know Dark Lord has a channel. Dark Lord would love for you to come up and talk to people. Mike doesn't go on camera. If you've ever seen Homestead Aquarius, he doesn't go on camera either.
There's quite a few.
Or like
in the crafting community, 75% of the people in the crafting community do not show their face. That's a thing. That's really a thing. So that's pretty common. But you know what they could do is, I mean, well, it wouldn't be good for your crazy guy that's showing himself and stuff, but you know, they could show you their face for like a second and then put on their logo and then pull up or whatever. That might work. But yeah, that thing you were talking about earlier, that person came into my live sometime, I think it was back in March, and they got into my basement, and I never pulled them up, and I saw what was going on, and I kicked them out of the studio. And of course my face turned red and I laughed a lot. And Nancy from Our Treasured Home was up with me that day. And so I could not react because I mean, but they didn't see the person. They only saw my reaction to the person in the basement. But yeah.
Right. I put up in the chat when he popped up, I said, "Are you trying to scare us with that little thing?" And you know, that kind of went over everyone's head. But yeah,
nope, I understood that one perfectly.
Are you
mostly laughed in my face.
Oh, well, what is wrong with people? I don't know. Uh-oh, are you frozen, Gail?
Did I die?
I think Gail's frozen.
Did I die or did you die? I can't tell.
I can't tell either, but you're back kind of back and forth. Anyhow, oh, here she goes. Where did she go? Now you're spooling. Oh, I think we lost Gail. Well, if you show back up, Gail, I'll put you on. Anyone else want to click on that and come in and join us? How about you, Nikki? Mike, you can show us your hands. Oh, maybe it did. I thought she was plugging it in, Dark Lord. Okay, so while we wait for someone else to click that button, I'm going to do my very first mail call. So this came to me in the mail today, and I didn't know what the heck it was, right? So I got looking at the timestamp, and it came from Trenton, New Jersey. Anyone want to guess who's in New Jersey that sends things out to people? Yes, I don't know what happened, Gail. Come on back if you want. Well, you can always duct tape people, Dark Lord. Don't tell them I suggested that. 32 people all the time. I've cooked for hundreds, but only for special occasions. Just would go crazy with no privacy. Me too, Nanny. Nikki got it. Garden State Gardener. Deborah, it has been so long since I've seen you, girlfriend. And where have you been? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Don't forget the thumbs up if you haven't done it already. Ow. Share me out. We're wanting to see new subscribers tonight. So I open this up, and it's a thank you. Oh, come on, focus. Don't you love technology? Okay. It is thank you for all your support and being a Zucchini Club member. I guess once you're monetized, you can have different levels of membership. And I support Joe and what he does. And he sent me seeds. The neat thing is he sent me a packet of Spring Rob, which is a type of broccoli that has long stems and little florets on the end, and you cut them and stir fry them and use them that way. And I grow this every year. I may start some in the garden and use empty soda bottles over the top, and so it can grow up, because these really do live through a hard frost. Let's see. I got to catch up in chat here. Okay, anyway, so I'll probably go start these like tomorrow. And then he sent me some anise hyssop. Anise hyssop is a medicinal herb. I grow it. I like doing whole hedgerows of it. And it's a perennial that produces this really nice purple bloom. The flavor of the leaves is anisette. And it's wonderful if you stuff a bottle with it and pour white vinegar over it and let it steep for a couple of weeks. And you just sprinkle that on fruit salad or your salads. You can do a honey or a honey infusion with it, or make tea, pour hot water over and drink it. It opens up and dilates your bronchia. So if you have seasonal asthma like I do, a cup of this in the evening will help you breathe. So thank you so much, Joe. You must be watching me and know what I like to send me 2 packets of seed of things that I'll use. Thank you so much, Joe at Garden State Gardener. He's also a lot of fun. I'm going to try to recruit him to try some of my hot pepper rubs that I'm putting together. I did send him last year. I sent him some of my hot pepper jelly, and he said he sat there and ate the whole jar one setting. So it must have been good. Duval, hey there. I'm glad you're listening in. Have you shared me out? We're doing a membership drive. We started out with 893. Let me go see if we've gained anybody. 896. 4 more people. Let's get 4 more people to join up before we sign off tonight. And if we can go over the 900 mark, then I'll give prizes. Okay? So let's see if you can share that out. Contact your friends that might be into the types of things that we post and talk about here. And let's see if we can get those memberships up. I don't know why I'm not being alerted. I usually get emails when people subscribe. Let me see. I'm getting comments from people I don't recognize. There's Rudy Arheta with autism has subscribed to my channel. That's good. The Rights Trapping has subscribed. Very good. Google Security Alert, because I went into StreamYard. We know about that, right? Okay, so that's 2 people we've gained. Let's see what we can do. And it'd be great if you recognize those 2 names I just read to you. If you say that was my friend. You haven't had a subscription notice in a year. Nanny, thank you, Nanny. Thank you, Nanny. Do you know how to share out the live and tell your friends? Let's see if we can get this up over 900, shall we? If we do, I'll spin the wheel and give some stuff away. So you all watch my videos. I know you do because you comment all the time. And I was wondering, are there any favorite videos that you're following or that you would like to see more detail on? So Nikki recognizes with Rudy with autism. We finally finished the Tandoor. When was it? Yesterday, Charlie? Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. Charlie painted the Tandoor. My upcoming video on it, that is the step before the final, will ask you to vote whether you think you should paint it or not. And I'm going to ruin the surprise that, yeah, he did paint it. But I'm not going to tell you what he painted it to look like. I'll let you discover that when I release that video. But the next video we make with the Tandoor is going to be me trying to make Indian flatbread, which is called naan, which ought to be amusing because my bread can be used as frisbees or doorstops or self-defense even. I am not very good at baking, but we're going to try it. Okay, let's see. Dark Lord, so you like naan? So we're going to try the naan. My new Afghan family that has only been here a couple weeks, the wife and daughter both said they're going to teach me how to make naan. And the little girl came out to the house on Saturday. And Homestead Aquarius, hey, welcome, welcome. I'm just giving you a general reminder to thumbs up and share the live. We're looking for more members. We're looking at try to get over 900 before I start the wheel to give things away. Dark Lord, yeah, garlic butter, or you stuff it with the garlic and the chives. Oh my gosh. And then, yes, you use it for hand eating things. Finger licking good. Naan is so good. Anyway, so this little girl came over and very quickly became mesmerized with the ice maker on the refrigerator. Every 10 minutes, she's going over with her cup, getting ice cubes and then chewing. And then she says, I love ice. And I said, I do too, but don't break your teeth. And then she and I cooked together. It was kind of a treat. I took her out to the chicken house, and she was scared of the chickens and scared to reach under the chicken to get the eggs. But it only took her like 5 minutes to get over her fear. Then we came in the house and we cooked together. We made rice and a dish that's made with lentils called dal. And then I did an Indian, my take on Indian aloo methi, which is methi is a spice. It's the leaves from the fenugreek plant, if you're familiar with fenugreek. And I use dried leaves, and I should probably do a video on this because anyone I cook this dish for asks for the recipe. In fact, a chef I was friends with at one time that traveled around the country with rock and roll bands asked if I knew anything quick and easy, and I gave him the recipe, and he made it for Mick Jagger and the Rolling Stones, and then he sends me this email and he says, I don't know whether to thank you or curse you because now Jagger wants it in every city we stop in, and he couldn't always find the methi. But yeah, I'll have to do a video on aloo methi, Lisa style. Okay, I'm going to read the chat a little bit. Use your alias to subscribe to you. That's nice, Gwen. Yeah, cool. Okay, so now I'm going to go check the numbers again. Let's see what we have. Yeah, 898. 2 more, guys. 3 more. And, you know, in order for your membership to stick, you have to watch a couple of videos and actually comment on a couple of videos. Otherwise, YouTube will see you as inactive and kick you out. So if you could just randomly pop into a couple of videos and make a comment, then your subscription will stick. And of course, I hope you enjoy my content. If you're new and you're first here listening to me talk away here, I hope you enjoy the content that I provide. And I'm always open to suggestion for videos. One of my most requested topics are my herbal medicine videos. And in which case, I ask you all to give me whichever herbs you want me to talk about, and we'll build a live broadcast around what you've requested there. Yeah, I don't have any roosters. I have one male duck who I think thinks he's a rooster for the chickens too, but he doesn't have a whole lot of luck with those girls. I've got one of the female ducks that I got in March this year. She's brooding and I'm letting her sit on some eggs. We have a rather large snake that comes into the greenhouse and eats the eggs. So I don't think she'll have any more luck than the one that sat on eggs from June through mid-August when I finally took her off the nest, who was almost killed by the snake. If you remember the live broadcast where Charlie came in, he goes out every night and closes the doors to the shed that they sleep in. And he came in while we were live and talking here, and he says, there's a snake in the chicken house. So when I went off the live, I went out and Mike had said, film it.
Yeah.
And he was able to film me saving the duck. And I've never seen a rat snake wrap itself around a fully grown Muscovy duck, which are big birds. But they are evidently fighting over her nest. And it was killing her. If we had not gone out and checked, that duck would have been dead. And I would have been, what killed my duck? I did not know that a rat snake would wrap itself around a large bird and kill it so it could get to the eggs, because there's no way it was going to eat this bird. But Charlie has found it a couple of times in the chicken house. And I know I know that we had a couple of duck eggs in one of the nesting boxes, and I left it there specifically so this little girl that was coming over could go pick the eggs up. And when I went out there, it wasn't there. They weren't there. So the snake had come in and eaten it overnight. So this little girl is mesmerized by the ice maker. She came out and she helped me do a couple of things in the garden. We picked noodle beans, and then we processed the beans, in a light dunking in hot water. And I sent her home with a big bag of noodle beans to feed her family. So I look forward to getting to know them. And again, we probably won't show their faces on the videos because they are at danger back in, their families are still in danger back in Afghanistan. So we don't want to show anything that they can be identified with. But I look forward to getting to know them and to learning how to cook authentic Afghan naan that is different than the Indian naan that we were just talking about. Hey, Analytic Gardener, welcome. Don't forget to thumbs up and to share out. We're doing a membership drive. Anyway, so the Afghan naan is, the recipe is a little bit different from the Indian naan. In Indian naan, you may have yogurt and other things, spices in there. And the Afghan naan is basically the flour, the yeast, and mixing it up. Sometimes I've seen them put egg in it, and then they stretch it so that it's like oval. And then they take they put their fingers in water and then slide their fingers down the length of the naan so it has ridges, and then they sprinkle like onion seed or kalonji seed on it, and then they take it and they slap it inside that tandoor. And I think it only takes like 10 minutes for the naan to cook before you peel it off and slap your next one in. So we really are looking forward to learning how to do it properly. I can't seem to get it to turn out in the oven. But also we've rigged a place to put rebar to hang kebab spears. So we'll probably do our first meal with some marinated kebab meat and vegetables and lower it down into the tandoor too after we've done a few loaves of bread. And yes, I intend to film it. So it'll give you all ideas, those who are handy dandy and may want to build one of these in their backyard. You can buy a tandoor. They're a couple of $1,000s, but this, how much would you say that this tandoor cost you to make, honey, by hand? Total. He's laughing. Take an estimate, Charlie. Oh, he's not laughing at us. He's laughing at funny videos he's watching. How much would you say the tandoor cost you to build in materials?
Let's see, $14 plus 30 plus about 30.
So $65 to $70?
Yeah.
$65 to $70 in material, plus the time to put it together, as opposed to a couple of $1,000 you can buy a commercially made one. So,
And that doesn't count the cement base.
that doesn't count the cement. So how many bags of cement and mortar did you use?
We used 8, I think.
Oh, so all total about $130. That's not bad. That's not bad. Anyone else want to pop up on the screen? I'm going to give this a few more minutes to make our 900. Come on, folks. Let's drive some people, get some people in here to join up. I'm going to check the numbers again. We're at 898. I'm asking it to refresh. 899. Come on, guys. One more person and we'll spin the wheel. Who do you know that would enjoy our content and not just join for a short period and drop off? One more person. I'm going to see if I can refresh my email and see who that person was, if I get a notification on who it was that joined. Okay. I love the spam that comes in. All right. Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen, says, good luck. Have we seen her tonight? I'm looking for one more person. And Dark Lord says everyone she knows is already subscribed. Yeah, Dark Lord, 200. Yeah. Still cheaper than buying one, and then you can say, look what I made. Dark Lord, have you been watching our little videos on building the tandoor and watching how Charlie put it together with our Afghan friend Modir Gul? He did literally 4 inches at a time. He put a ring down of clay, let it dry a few days, put another ring, dry a few days, and he built it all the way up till it's like thigh high on me. High enough for me to get my arms in without burning myself, and high enough so I won't fall into it. What did your dad say, Dark Lord? Come on, entertain us. We could take criticism. But I'm going to let this go to 10:15 and hope that we've got 900 people so that I can give away some stuff. And we've got about 6 more minutes. So rack your brains. Who can you nudge and say, hey, come on, you'll enjoy these people. Come subscribe and come into the live so you can be part of the giveaway. And if we don't hit, you have 5 minutes. If we don't hit 900 people, I'm not going to spin the wheel. Come on. Come on. So our next scheduled live, let me look at my calendar, is going to be the 5th. Always we do the 1st and the 3rd Thursday of each month. And our first Thursday is the 5th of October. Can you believe? Can you believe it's October? Goodness. Jennifer, thank you for joining us. You did your own pizza oven back in Italy, so he nagged. He could just have built up a bunch of dirt and then the clay higher and then waited for it to dry. It would have been a shorter time. Yeah, but it's got to be structurally sound. And our next project out there, you can tell your dad, is a pizza oven. It's going to be a brick pizza oven right next to the Tandoor. So if he wants to watch and tell us, as it takes form that we're doing this wrong, or maybe tweak it that way, we've already got the fire brick to go inside it. We're kind of struggling with the idea how to do the door. It's going to be like a half oval opening on the front, and we're trying to come up with an idea on how to do the door so we can actually shut the oven. Yeah, I do too, Nikki. Yeah, G-Quad. Hey, thanks for coming in. Everybody put their pancake out for Miss Ellen. Welcome, welcome. Auntie Ellen. Wonderful. Just shared out. Thank you, Analytic Gardner. Oh, hey, Jennifer. Yeah, one more person. Come on. And why is my email not telling me when people are joining? Oh, good luck. Everyone's saying good luck, but I'm not seeing any new subscriptions. I'm going to refresh my email again. Getting all sorts of news headlines here that we don't talk about politics here on the channel. But all sorts of interesting things happening tonight in the world. Let's see. Okay. No luck with any notifications. So I'm going to go back over to my channel screen and hit refresh again, because we're 3 minutes out from either give. Thank you all. You've been able to recruit enough people. We're at 900. Okay, so don't give up on me. Don't give up on me. Thank you. 900. Yay! Not just 100 more. Just 100 more. Okay. All right, so 3 prizes. Let me get my notepad going because you know how senile I am. I got all the prizes mailed out that I owe people so far that from last Thursday, and so might as well add some more. So you guys, what are your favorite things that I give out? Books, seed, implements. We're heading into the fall, so you should be planting your gardens. So what's the first prize we should spin the wheel for? David Gray, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Email me cash. I don't have a whole lot of cash. Count that 100 is done. Oh, I hope so. I hope so. Thank you, thank you, thank you. David, don't forget thumbs up. Share me out. We're now looking at trying to get to 1,000. But David's always hiding. Yeah. Okay, fine. You want a possum? I'll send you a picture of one. I'll just email you a picture of a possum. So who wants seed? If you want seed, I'm going to mail 3 packages of your choice of seed to the winner. Type in hashtag Seed Trio, SEED space TRIO, Seed Trio, and I'll order stuff from Baker Creek. And got my Wheel of Names coming up. Seed Trio, it's 10:14. You have until 10:16 to type in hashtag Seed Trio. And my computer just froze. I hope my picture Hasn't frozen. There we are. Analytic Gardener. Okay, C Trio, C Trio. Dark Lord, Duval, and Gwen. Oh, why is my computer so slow? Okay, Dark Lord, Duval, Gwen. Analytic, Deborah and Mike. I'm going to take a hammer and hit this thing. Okay. Get the stick to make it work. Yeah. Anyone else? What did I say when I'd stopped? 10:16? Okay, one word, no spaces. All right. Oh, come on, David. You want seeds? Put your name in the hat. I'm about to pull the trigger. I got you, Mike. Oh, Nikki. Yeah, thank you, Nikki. I got your email. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. We're going to pull the trigger. Everyone ready? Oh, there's David. I'll put you on there, David, because I love you. All right. Here it goes. Click, 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 click. Gwen. Gwen, your seed trio. What are your 3 wish lists, 3 seeds that you're looking for from Baker Creek, Gwen? I'm going to, give me 3 types of seed you're looking for. And then I'm going to put the banner up now so you have my email, because the way this needs to work is you'll need to send me an email with your mailing your mailing address and what you won. Say 3 seeds. I'll write down the variety of seed that we choose here in a moment. But if I don't get, this is Monday, if I don't get an email from you by Thursday, then I just erase that win. Okay. So try to send an email as soon as you can. Let's see. Banner with my email address is there you go. My email is lbolivar@bellsouth.net. And you'll need to send me a snail mail or an email and with your mailing address and remind me I won the seed trio. So your 3 lettuce, bok choy, and so you want winter seeds. Lettuce, bok choy, and so you like greens. Do you like kale? Kale is pretty hardy. Oh, Mama knows best. Okay, Gwen. But still send me an email with your address, because I don't keep people's addresses. Okay, so kale. Is there a certain kind of kale that you like? Or would you rather have chard like Deborah suggests? Kale would be good. You like the dinosaur, you like the ruffled, you like the Russian blue, walking stick. There's so many kinds of kale. Homestead Aquarius, thank you, Robert. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot to me when you do. And help me recruit 100 people, right? Have a good night, Robert. Love ya. Red Russian kale is amazing in the winter. Actually, Analytic, we have red Russian kale in the garden right now that is a year old. We planted it last fall. It survived 7 below temperatures. It survived the 100 and whatever it was this summer degree heat. And it fell over, but it's putting up new kale plants from every little junction in that stem. Stem's about that long. Sifting some soy. Welcome, welcome. All right. So Gwen, I'll set, my favorite is the Tuscan kale. Some people call it dinosaur kale. Okay, she wants the red Russian. Okay, let's hope I can find it. If I can't find it, I'll send you the dinosaur. Okay. Second prize. Let's see. What do I have on the shelf here which may interest you guys? I've got all these books. Now, before I tease you with this, I'm going to see if it's even still available. I don't want you to, to have a drawing and win something that's out of print. Okay. It'll have to be a used book. Let me clear the names on my my wheel. See if any of you get excited about this. For some reason, Nikki, I think Nikki will like to get some of this. Can y'all read the title? And you can see that we use this book regularly. It's called Perennial Vegetables, From Artichoke to Zucchini Taro, a gardener's guide to over 100 delicious, easy-to-grow edibles that are perennial, which means they come back every year, so you don't have to replant them. Perennial veggies. Does that sound good? It's a nice book. So it's 10:23. I'll give you the 10:25 to do hashtag book if you want to be in the drawing for the book. That's what you need, dear. Yeah. Hashtag book if you want. You've got 2 minutes. Gwen. Nikki. Okay. Duval, Analytic, and Deborah. Sifting, David, and Dark. Dark Lord. Okay, what did Nikki say that was funny? Love it. Book. Oh, give it to Nikki. And while I'm waiting for another minute or so, let me kind of randomly open it up and read. So it's really interesting. that shows you a map of the United States, and on the map it'll highlight the regions it grows in. So I open this up to Globe Artichoke. And it gives you, you know how I'm always talking about we need to learn the Latin names of plants, because what may be an artichoke on one side of the country is called something else colloquially on the other side. And the way you tell it's the edible artichoke that you're looking for is if you learn the scientific name, which is okay, they give us synonyms, the carochio, clumping herb, edible flower buds, full sun, moist, well-drained soil is what it takes. Gives you a little bit of the history. Ancient Egyptians enjoyed this perennial thistle relative 6,000 years ago. So people have been eating these things for a long time. A girl can drink. Good, Gwen. I'm glad you sent your email. Okay. If allowed to flower, they sport huge 7-inch thistle-like flowers, which are absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Each plant produces multiple heads, with the largest ones in the central stem and a number of smaller heads. And it gives you cold tolerances, water tolerances, naturalization status, what pests and disease and weed problems you can expect with it, how to propagate, how to plant, how to cultivate, harvest and storage, uses and related species, and breeding potential. Oh, here's one that's interesting because I grow it. It didn't do too well this year. I had it in a stacking tower, a green stalk tower, and that's Okinawa spinach, and that's a nice perennial. But I'm going to let it die this year. It's a really nice book. Really nice book. It's got some photographs in it. It's got edible flowers, rhubarb, sorrel, a French sorrel that I use. It's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful book. Okay. I bet, Dark Lord, I bet you could do artichoke. Okay, so we're going to pull the trigger. Anyone else want to sneak in under the wire? Okay, here we go. David Gray. All right, David. Yay, David. David, you know the routine. Shoot me an email.
Ooh.
Shall we do another book? Should I raid my shelf for another book? Anyone in here into Native American stuff? Now, some of you may remember me saying that Charlie has very strong Native American heritage. Native American, and it was not really Scottish, it's more Welsh, from North Alabama, South Tennessee. And he actually has, they do that whole blood percentage thing. He's got enough to be able to actually join 2 different tribes. And for our 40th wedding anniversary, we went to Cherokee, North Carolina, and visited the reservation, and he's looking through they look through the lineage books for him. But whenever we see something that addresses Native American foods and plants or whatever, he buys the book. Okay. David wants to gift his book. Who do you want to gift the book to, David? Nikki's going, hey. So, David, who do we give it to? Did I miss it? Can you give it to Nikki? Oh, that is so nice. What, David, you are the best. You are the best. Yes, congratulations, Nikki. All right, back to Native America. This is a book that I haven't really had much of a chance to look through. I've thumbed through it. But it's called Native Harvests, American Indian Wild Foods and Recipes. It's 10:31. Let's give this to 10:33 to type in hashtag NA for Native American. Hashtag NA for Native American. And that'll be this book. But before you do that, let me make sure I can get it for you. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. All right. So, Analytic, Dark Lord. Why won't this work? Come on. All right. Dark Lord. Gwen Deborah Duval. Sifting Soil. Okay, while we're waiting to see if anyone else decides they want to run for this book, I'm going to randomly open it up and read from it. Oh, wild mushroom soup. All I have to say, if you follow the mushroom recipes, make sure you're absolutely sure that you've got the right mushroom and you've got it identified. You don't want to play with mushrooms unless you know what you're doing. Okay, so vegetables. Oh, it must be the night for artichokes. A Jerusalem artichoke salad. Now, I grow Jerusalem artichokes. I've done a video or two on them. They're wonderful to have. When they flower, they send up a flower spike about 15 feet into the air with like a daisy type bloom on the end. And the hummingbirds love that. And then after everything dies back in the fall or late winter after frost, I leave the stems. So because they mark the spot that you go and you pull the stem up and you shake off the soil and you get the Jerusalem artichokes. Okay. And then you treat them like you would any tuber. Mash them, boil them, fry them. I like frying them with a sage and garlic sauce and butter. Okay. David. Let's catch Nanny Pam up. She had to put her critters up. Nanny, we're having a drawing for our third and last drawing of the night is for a book. It's called Native Harvest, American Indian Wild Foods and Recipes. And if you want your name on the wheel, type in hashtag NA for Native American. And I'll put you on the wheel and give you one more minute to type that in. Anyway, so Jerusalem artichoke salad. It is 1 pound of Jerusalem artichokes, 2 scallions or green onions, half a cup nut oil. It says see page 7 for nut oil. Let me go see what it says about nut oil. Nothing's ever easy, right? Okay, page 7. Wow. Oil of oak. was prepared and used by many eastern woodlands tribes. The acorns were pounded into flour and boiled in water containing maple wood ashes, whereupon the oil was skimmed off. The flour was retained and used in breads. So you want to do that for your oil. 3 cups, half a cup cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of honey, 1 tablespoon chopped fresh mint leaves, and 2 cups salad greens. And you're basically slicing the artichokes and dicing them up and putting them into a bowl. Add the nut oil, vinegar, honey, and mint leaves. Toss thoroughly. Marinate at room temperature for 1 hour. And add the salad greens. Toss again and serve. So you're not even cooking them.
Holy shit.
I'll have to try that this winter or this fall. The only thing you have to keep in mind when you're eating Jerusalem artichokes is they're really high in inulin, which is good news for those of us who are diabetic because it's not going to spike your blood sugar. But they make you tooty. You play butt music. Always a lot of fun. But it tells you how to eat lamb's quarter, nasturtiums, salad of wild greens. This is young milkweed spears. If those of you are familiar with milkweed with the pods, I meant to try those this year. I actually picked them because I do grow milkweed and then didn't do anything with it. Anyway, so anyone else? Nanny Tam? Okay, NA. All right, so we're ready. I'm pulling the trigger. Alrighty. Sifting soil. Woohoo! Sifting soil. Whee! Sifting soil, you won the final drawing for the book tonight. It will be a used book you get, but it's pre-loved, we'll call it. Wonderful, wonderful. And please take note of my email that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. And send me an email with your mailing address and the fact that you won the Native Harvest book, and I'll get that right out to you. So I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I'm going to do one more check on the channel because when we started the drawing, we had 900. We still have 900. If you would do me the honor of telling all your friends about growing this channel and getting them to join, and about the topics. We want people who are interested in the types of things that we do so that they'll stick around. And then we'll start working on watch hours. So that's my hard drive toward monetization and being a happy camper here. But I want to thank everyone for taking time to be here tonight for this pop-up live. And it means so much to me. It really does that you're here. Woohoo! Celebrate the freedom of my little possums that are out right now, out in the dark, trying to learn how to do their thing and survive, dodging owls and coyote and whatever else is out there hunting them. Thank God that I was able to bring them to this point, and I wish them all the luck in the world. I wish all of you safety, love, light, knowledge, anything that's important to you, good health. And remember, tell those that you love them daily, because you never know when you won't get another chance. That's my mantra. So until next time, see ya.